Hi, I'm Kathleen Richards, the broker owner of Portola Property Management. And today thought I would talk to you about when to raise the rent and by how much. I get questions about that all the time when I teach my classes at the colleges, and we've had a lot of rent control legislation over the past year in different communities. So this has always been my philosophy for when to raise the rent. I think one important factor you need to take in consideration is what is the demographics of the area where you have your properties. So where I'm at, it's a service industry. If I were in Silicon Valley, it's more professional. So in a service industry, people's economic situation doesn't go up dramatically overnight. So you need to take that into consideration. A great way to assess whether it's time to raise the rent or not, and I'm a big believer that you should do smaller increases every year, so the tenants get used to having small increases over time, because your costs go up with taxes and insurance, even if we disregard maintenance, but just those standard things do go up every year, right? So look at that. The other thing is, a great way to gauge is don't go onto Craigslist, because those prices are all over the place. Google other property management companies in your area and look to see what those properties are going for, because a property manager is not going to put a property out there that's going to sit on their website for 30, 60, 90 days. We put it up and we want someone to be in the property quickly. For our company, we have a property rented on average within 15 to 19 days. So that's pretty speedy. So that's one way to know when to raise the rent. And by how much? You need to know what the laws are. So if you're going to raise the rent more than 10%, you need to give a 60-day notice. If it's less than 10%, you only need to give a 30-day notice of what your rent increase is going to be. So those are two things to keep in mind, and be careful about raising your rent to the maximum amount, because all that's going to trigger is tenants revolting, and then you're going to get rent control laws, which will then force you to keep the rents low over a period of time. So keep it a little bit below the max. Be fair to your tenants. If they take great care of the property and they do report maintenance in a reasonable time and all of that, and they've been there a while, that creates some goodwill. So you want to give them, a bit of a break for that goodwill. So as an investment, and again, this is a big investment that you have in your rental properties, is you want to make sure to be increasing the rent at least a little bit every year. If you have other questions about how to do that and when to do that, give me a call and I'm happy to discuss it with you. Thank you very much.